right.
What's going on in New York?
I'm going to briefly mention this because I'm tired of talking about the
migrants.
Okay. Somebody yelled in our comment section, illegal aliens, quit calling them migrants. They're illegal.
Can we say illegal migrants?
How about you just...
Why aliens?
Why don't you just get out of the comment
Aliens
section?
come from another space and time. Come on
New York
now.
City is to give... You didn't hear about this, I guess.
I'm hearing it now.
Prepaid debit cards to the migrants.
Now, who's going to fund this?
Who
Is
you
it coming
think?
out of our pocket?
New York City will distribute prepaid debit cards to migrant families as part of a new pilot program to help them buy food and baby supplies. The prepaid debit cards will be supplied to initial 500 migrant families with children to use exclusively to buy food and baby supplies at bodegas, grocery stores, supermarkets, and convenience stores. What are you doing?
I was just looking at the time.
Oh. Mm-hmm. The prepaid debit cards will be used in place of New York's current system of providing non-perishable food boxes to the migrant families that stay in the hotels. The program is being launched as a cost-saving measure, according to Mayor Eric Adams' office. Right now, he said it's going to save more than $600,000 a month, or more than $7.2 million annually, a statement from the mayor's office said. This is a dumb idea. Why would you give somebody a card and tell them to go and buy their own food when you know darn well if they knew how to budget and do all of that other stuff, they wouldn't be over here?
Well, I'm thinking the reason why he is saying it's a cost savings because either way they got to be fed. Because I'm sitting here thinking...
So when I use all the money up on the card, right?
Okay.
And then we don't have anything for the rest of the month, who's going to help me then?
Because I'm wondering, aside from that, because I'm thinking in my head out loud, I was always wondering, even if they're in temporary places, whether they're in the hallway in the police station, whether they're in a tent, whether they're in somebody has taken them into some empty building. I was wondering, how are they getting fed? Where are they getting their food
They're giving
from?
them boxes and stuff. Boxes.
But that's every day. So I'm wondering if you think about how they're being fed now, which is money.
Right.
Because a lot of organizations are not doing this every day. They did it for the holidays. It'd be nice if they had a soup kitchen every day and they'll run that church or whoever out of money right away. How are they being fed? How are the babies getting their food? Mm-hmm. So if he's thinking how they're being fed now, run the dollars, how they're going to be fed with their own card, at least temporarily feed themselves, avoid ripping off stores and anything else that can happen. He's thinking it's saving money. Either way, both are bad. It's the worst. It's not as bad as the bad of trying to feed them out of your pocket.
Here's the other problem.
So I don't know. How would you feed them?
Here's the other problem.
That's a good question.
Where did you get money to do this when you complained that you didn't have money for homeless people before that?
I don't know, unless he got money.
Where did all this money somehow miraculously show up?
Unless he moved the numbers around in his budget. I don't know. It would be a good question.
And that's why I'm saying it's not their fault, the people that's coming over here. Mm-hmm. It's our fault. It's our fault for not being prepared. It's our fault for not closing the border down to where you wouldn't even been able to even come over here and be in that predicament. And it's our fault for having homeless people on the street now that we say we can't take care of. But all of a sudden, we got millions and millions of dollars to take care of migrant workers.
Okay. Not even workers, migrant families. Let me put this on you.
Asylum seekers.
The mayor of Chicago now, Mayor Johnson, and this mayor, God forbid, has a heart attack and they die.
Yeah.
Kim Woods steps in as mayor.
Yep. They going on a bus and they out of here.
So you would just send them on out.
Yes, they gone.
So you'll pay, but that's money too.
It's not what they paying now.
So you would definitely say, as the new mayor,
they're gone.
Every illegal that is in the city
gone
will be put on a bus, and then sent to where?
Mexico.
You would literally take them over the thing, knowing you got to go through there too.
Yeah.
How would you get through? And how would they be okay with that? And what if they stop you?
I had a National Guard and Mexico.
So you think it's that easy?
Mexico wouldn't dare mess with us. Little tiny Mexico, we'd blow you off that ground if you even interfere.
And then you may have to chase some people down because they will run knowing that they're going back to Mexico. So now you got chaos because people are running into buildings and under the street and hiding out in people's cars, clunking people on the head to get away. Look what you just started, Mayor.
Well, that's what Comover said he doing. You talking about Mayor? Comover said on day one that's what he's doing.
Well, he ain't in there yet. He talking a lot of mess anyway.
No, I'm saying you didn't say that to Comover.
But Comover's going to talk. He still ain't built the wall, so we ain't listening to him.
He said on day one.
He said many day ones. He had 4 years to do stuff, and he didn't do nothing.
He said, I'm going to round them up. He's going to round them up in all of the cities.
I'm just saying it's a hard fix. It really is.
Justice says they should just contact with a delivery service like Amazon instead of those cards. The cards can be stolen. I agree. Do you know how many of them
sold for cash or used to buy liquor?
That's the other thing. Thank you, Justice. You're going to give all these families Visa cards, and you don't think in New York City they're going to be hunted down and knocked over the head and their cards taken from them? He's in New York City. He act like he's in some small town in the South or something.
That's why I asked whoever.
Whose brilliant idea was that?
Not so much whose brilliant ideal, but what is you guys' ideals to feed them now? How are they being fed
keep
now?
Doing what you're doing. But
what are they doing?
But ask for the churches and threaten the churches that if they don't help, you're going to start taxing them. That's what you need to do.
And I don't know if you have the power to do that because that's a law that has to be.
He can. He could do that in this city.
He's not a governor, though.
No, but he can pass a law.
I'm just saying, I get it. It's an issue on both sides, but I love to hear people who got better ideals to.
Right.
How do you feed all these people that are in your city and you're like, oh.
But I agree, Justice. They're gonna take those cards from them people.
Yeah.
Do you know how many people that's gonna be taking those cards?
And I don't know if not giving them a card to satisfy them as a Band-Aid solution, that'll keep them out of the stores for stealing. Because a lot of these families can go in very easily in Walgreens, Walmart, Target, and steal.
Yeah.
So now the businesses are suffering because they're losing products.
Yeah.
So that's a very hard issue. My God, you would have to be on your knees.
All right.
Go ahead.
And then my last thing, I'm